Is this thing on?
Hello everybody and welcome to Infinity Evolved Skyblock with me, TechnoJock. Last episode, Rootnerd and I had a little bit of a base tour after killing the dragon, and we now do have access to the Ender Air, which I've got over here to be able to make the warded jars. Got one sitting there. But before we do that, Rootnerd gave me a fantastic idea for getting our sifting set up fully automated. I did have it turned off for a time because we did have a reasonable amount of resources all sitting. However, after making this lovely armor that we've got, I had gone through quite a considerable amount of those resources, so I thought it's time to get this properly sorted out so we don't need to worry about it anymore, and it's just going to provide us the stuff that we need. So you'll see a little bit of a change here. Instead of these heavy sieves feeding directly into the drawer controller through the conduits, they're now feeding individually into their own little output chest, which then feeds out into our drawer controller system. Because I want to figure out when these things get backed up. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So we've got two bits to this. We've got the pulverizer side, which is happily feeding stuff through to here and will void any excess. But that just means our pulverizers are running when they don't need to be, so we want to cover that. And then we want to cover a situation where one of the drawers through here that we don't want to be voiding, because we don't want to be voiding like iron and any of the ores basically. We don't care too much about things like bone meal or the amber stuff, so we'll void them. But any of the ores, we don't want to be voiding them. So we do want them to back up, and when they back up, we want this stuff to turn off. But these don't. If this inventory gets full, it just spills out onto the floor, and that's a waste as well, and it's going to harm the performance of the server. Now, what I've come up with, and what Rootnerd gave me the idea for, in fact I haven't really come up with it, Rootnerd came up with the idea and then told me about it, is we can put wooden transport pipes on these things to stick basic gates on. Let's grab some of these basic gates. Now what we can do is, if we stick a basic gate onto these things, we can interact with the inventory here. Now what we're going to do is set it to items in inventory, and then we set it to redstone signal on. Now if we put that there and whack that, we can see that the redstone signal is currently off. If I artificially back this system up so that this servo is off, and we'll start getting items put into here, and there we go. We've got things that are supposedly don't have a space to go to now. This has now come on. So what we can do is we can feed this over to here. And if you recall, these item transfer nodes are redstone receptive, or they can be controlled with a redstone signal. So that redstone signal has now turned off this transfer node. Now yes, we do still have a full stack of compressed gravel in here that it's working through, and as you can see, it has turned that off. It's not filling us back up, even though there is compressed gravel here. This will not get anything new, but we've got a whole chest here that we can fill up, plus the inventory here that we can fill up. So if one stack's not going to do that, so it doesn't matter that there's still that it's running through. It'll just get a slight backlog here. Then when we've cleared out whatever the backlog is, the stuff will start coming out of here. This redstone signal will turn off any minute, there it goes, and this will fill back up from the transfer node. Excellent. So we can do the same thing here and here with that and that. If we go, let's turn these on, and we'll change the channel so each one of them's got its own different channel color. We'll just go like that, and then get that one, change that to green, and then this one, and change that to brown. So that's it. It's done. That's us. We're fully good to go on that front. Now, these have got the void upgrades, and this will just continually pack in whatever it can and put it into these So these would be constantly running. Now we don't want that. That's just a waste of power. It's a waste of the resources. That's no good. Now what we can do is we can do the same thing here, but what we'll do is we'll go like that, that and that, and we'll have 3 on here. So these ones will be set to, if the inventory is full, then a redstone signal can be turned on. And inventory full, redstone signal on, and inventory full, redstone signal on. Let's take this round, and what we can do is we can turn off these transfer nodes, because again we can have this fill up all of these barrels so that we've got them ready to be used. And when these back up, these don't have a void upgrade on them, when these back up, it'll back up these machines and eventually it will stop. But it does mean then that we've got a plentiful supply of gravel, sand and dust as well, should we require it for anything else. So we can just take this round, we'll put these here, and go that, that and that, and we can do the exact same thing as we did with the other ones. So that's the red one, that's the green one, and that's the brown one, and over here we'll go, that's the red one, that's the green one, and that's the brown one, and that will operate in exactly the same way as the setup over here. The redstone signal will turn off that. Now we can take this, we can put it back down here, these will be fed with power. Now I've got to check because I'm pretty sure I set some of these differently. No, they all look okay. Ah, here we go, that's what it was. It was the dust ones. Yeah. So they are all set and they are running now. I will put some sort of sound muffler here, but this will start going through to here. When these fill up, which shouldn't take too long, particularly for the gravel one, we will see it start to back up here. Nothing in here. It's going through. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. Whilst we wait for that to sort itself out and be an object example, we're going to go back over to the Thaumcraft stuff and make use of those warded jars. So I need to make myself an alchemical furnace and at least one, probably better would be 3 arcane limbics. I think I might just make the one at the moment, but we need a bucket, some iron, V-filter and a gold ingot, and we actually have V-filter left over from before. Got a bunch of buckets. No, that's there, and like that. Yes, we got that. I'll hold off on making the rest of the warded jars at the moment because it will take a load of magical energy for us to do that, and I don't quite have the patience at the moment to sit and do that. So got 4 of that still. Do you have any normal still? I'm not seeing any. No, I need to grab some from over here. I did stick down a sound muffler, but it doesn't appear to be doing an awful lot. So, I think we might be stuck with that noise for a little while. The stone's over here. Let's go a stack just now. And we'll make some more arcane stone, and I'll need one of those will do. So that in the middle with the living rock around like that, and then normal stone. Nope. Oh, hold on. No, it probably is okay. I just don't have a wand in there. Yeah, there we go. And we needed, what else did we need? We need a furnace and a crucible. Oh, I'll need some more stuff then. We'll need, let's see, in here we have 7 of those, and then let's go running over here and make ourselves our alchemical furnace. I should have taken some coal with me as well, but never mind. Now, we do need to make these into a cauldron first, and then into a crucible. And grab that. And then we need to make the furnace like that. So furnace with a crucible with the arcane stone round it like that. Goes in there. Perfect. Exactly what we want. Now, let's stick this for the time being. I'm edging towards. Let's bring it out from the wall a little bit. We will shift this again in the future. Right, we're going to have that round there. Now, I'm going to need some of those pipes. We just want the normal ones. So iron with glass, quicksilver, and gold nuggets. We've got gold nuggets here. We can put the gold and that back in there. We'll leave that in there as well, and definitely leave those in there. And the great wood planks can stay in there as well. We'll take it's 2 iron. We'll keep the iron on us then. Okay, we need glass and quicksilver. Quicksilver's there. And we'll go like that. So we'll grab enough for 4 lots of this, because that will probably do us a fair amount actually. I don't imagine us using an awful lot more than that, to be perfectly honest. Like that, and just go like that. Perfect. Again. Nice. So yeah, that gives us half a stack of these. So we probably won't need an awful lot more than that, because what we can do is, I think 3 aspects is the most that you get off stuff. So what we can do is we can put it like that. We'll grab 3 of these just now. Wrong place. There we go, and we can do like that. And I forgot coal again. Amazing. So let's grab a stack of coal. No, a stack of coal. Thank you. Pop it in here. Now we can start melting things down. Now, actually, I really only needed 1. Because what we want to do is, really, we need elementum for this. And that would be coal and fire, something with fire on it, and perditio. So perditio would be cobblestone. We'll have some terra left over, but that's no bad thing. Let's grab a stack. We're not going to melt down a whole stack. We've got the coal on us as well. That'll give us a bunch of stuff. So we can go that in there and that in there, and we'll watch as that goes and melts down, and that goes and melts down, and we'll get Potentia there, Perditio there, and Ignis there. Cool. Now, obviously if we want to make aluminium from this, this is the liquid stuff, but we want to make the Essentia crystallization thing. That's what I'm wanting. Now that's going to need an alchemical construct, 2 balanced shards, and a dispenser. Now the alchemical construct is great wood planks, 2 V-filters, Essentia valve, which is just essentially a tube and a lever. Okay, and more of these. So we can make V-filters, that's fine. We can do that over here with the gold that's in here. Gold. I think it's 2 gold and 1 silver wood plank. Like that. Yep. Need to get some levers. Should still have some left over here. And levers? Yes, we do. We just need to put that back in there. We can make the 2 in our inventory. No, we can't, because it needs to be magic-y stuff. Technical term. So if we put magic-y stuff, really? I might have no V in there. Right, okay. I have left this on in the hopes that it will have... That should be good. It's almost refilled. And magic-y stuff, so... What was it? It was like that, and like that. That, and like that. And then that, and that. And I've forgotten again. Just a great wood plank. All that I can do. That's that. Hang on a minute. I'm being daft, aren't I? I don't need the essential crystallization thing. I just need the alchemical constructs. So 2 of these on top of one of these, isn't it? No, it's on top of a crucible. Yeah, I just need a crucible and another one of those things. So we need 2 more levers. And another great wood plank. And 2 more V filters. Well, that way we can do. Let's go get the levers. And we need some more iron for the actual thing. Oh, I was very nearly being silly there. I will want that thing, but not quite yet. Let's do that. Yeah, I will want the essential crystallization thing at some point, but not right yet. Doesn't have to be right this minute. Let's do that and that again, and get... Really? Oh my word. Come on then. This is the problem. Go. That should be sufficient. I can foresee an awful lot of that running back and forth, getting that just a little top up. Just enough to get you through. Those there. 1, 2, 3, and 4 like that, and 1 great plank in the middle. So that's us got 2 alchemical constructs, and then we need this like this, and we need a source of fire underneath this. Now, do I have any night ore? I do. Excellent. That's exactly what we want. And I will put this in this corner like that. So we need to put that there, pull that back up. We need our wand again. To make this into a bob. And that one there, and then I think, is that not it? Oh, do I need more V in my wand to do this? Let's have a look. Okay. Nope, it had nothing to do with the amount of essentia in my wand or V in my wand. It's because I hadn't done the research for it. So I needed to do the alchemical centrifuge first, and then that opened up automated alchemy, which, as you can see, then has the alchemical constructs on top of the crucible, and it takes 30 of Ordo and Aqua, and then 15 Ignis, and that allows us to do this. So we do have our full wand, and we can go over here, and now, there we go, that's more like it. Now, we'll grab some of this stuff, and we can have the essentia going into this thing from various sides. So we want to make alimentum. So if we do that, put a bit of coal in there, it realizes that the recipe for that requires 3, 3 and 3 of ignis, perditio and potentia. So we want to put in a bunch of that stuff really, and then feed in this stuff. So if we grab these 3 for the moment, this is going to require a little bit of toing and froing, but nothing too ridiculous right now. I can do that, and I think I can put in one from the back as well. And that should pull in what we require. Click on that to confirm that's the recipe we want to do, and it's pulled in all of the... Alright, okay, we didn't have nearly enough. Okay, let's take a bit more of that out. We've got the cobblestone on us, so let's go, we'll do that, and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 of that, and that'll cook down, and then we'll do 4 of this. I think this lasts a lot longer than, yeah, okay, let's grab this empty one. Put that there. That's going to get us the Terra, which we don't really care about. Have I gone and done something remarkably stupid? No, that's just the normal word jars. Okay. I think that might have been in there before anyway. I'm going to need to get labels. That's what I'm going to need to do. Right, okay. That's what's wrong, because there's 4 things and only... There we go, that's what I needed to do. That's why we needed an extra one. I'll take that one off there for the moment, pop it on here. Yeah, it's going to need an awful lot of toing and froing before this is ready, yeah. And then we need the perditio one. Let's put that back on. No. Let's put it there. This will work a bit better. I'm sure in a minute. The limbic is empty. Really? Has it gone through all of that already? Okay. There's 8 in there. Is this going to give us enough? No, it's not. Well, what's it waiting for? It's waiting for the perditio. Let's go like that. It's going to use up all of that. And then we've got potentia here. There we go. Right, excellent. We've got one thing of it. Now, I want to be able to put that down there. And then we'll keep, actually, the ones that have still got something on them. Let's just do this. So that's got potentia. That doesn't have anything in it. Let's take these off of here. And we want to go, let's see, let's just do the full amount. See how long this goes on for. It's going to get rid of this quickly. It's this that backs up. Yeah, that's going quite quickly. Let's go and check on this system and see. Last time I checked, the sound muffler was actually working on it. Yep, we've got the sound muffler. This is actually going down, so we aren't going to be able to see if this actually turns things off at the moment, unless we artificially do something, and I'm not really bothered by doing it. I think that we can say that this is now fully working. These will only fill up once these stop working, and that will only happen once this lot all backs up, which ain't happening anytime soon. all of these nice and empty. We do have a bunch of stuff here. I want to take that void upgrade off for a start, because we don't want to be voiding iron. We don't want to be voiding that either, or that. There's a bunch of void upgrades here that we should actually not have in. I'm going to have to go around and not void this stuff. That's ridiculous that I even did that. I can't believe I did that, actually. Even lead. Even lead. Not even once. What about these ones? Did I do anything ridiculous with these ones? No, none of these have got voids on them. That's okay then, right? But I do want to void that. I'll bother about that later. So that should be fine now. This should be pretty much finished melting down that stack. And we've got, yeah, that's all full up. So let's put that in there now, and we need one of those. Yeah, there we go. Perditio is going to go into there, and Terra will go into there when it can in a second. That's going to fill up rather rapidly. Yeah, there we go. That's it going down now with that. And I'm going to put that one there because that will only take that. That should be fine now. Perfect. That is now working. Actually, if I go and put on my goggles of revealing, we can see what's actually in there. Not googles, goggles. We don't have googles of revealing. That's just silly. And what have we got in there? There we go, yeah, we can see the things fleeting through as they're going into the various things. So this will give us a good supply of that, then we'll get a good supply of alimentum going, and we can sort out other stuff after that. I do want to get that crystallizer going, but there's some other things that I need to do really before the crystallizer is going to be of much use to us. And in between episodes, I will get a bunch of these void jars sorted out. Talking of in between episodes, that does take us to the end of this one, I'm afraid, folks. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. But until the next time, it's a have a funs and a bye-bye from me. Bye-bye.